Hi, this is Alcam. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, we just got breaking news a few minutes ago that the jury came back with a decision finding former Marine Daniel Penny not guilty of negligent homicide. So he's free to go. There was some outbursts from the Nelly's family, and the judge, I think, threw them out. But let's go into details of what the heck just happened. It's a combination from American News and one of the writers from Inner City Press. Let's go to the Inner City Press first. This is what happened around 11:26 a.m. Let's see. Oh yeah, 11:26. Now Daniel Penny and his lawyer comes in. Then Judge Wiley through the side door. Come to order. Judge Wiley, we saw the jury note. We, the jury, had come to a unanimous verdict on count 2. Jury entering. Clerk, how do you find Daniel Penny on count 2? 4-person. Not guilty. From Penny said applause. Judge, be quiet. From Neely's side, gonna be killed, but interrupted by the judge, who said one word. Out! From Neely's side, it's a small world, buddy. It's a racist country. I guess they were kicked out of the courtroom after that. Now just from the American News side. A 26-year-old Marine Corporal veteran Daniel Penny has been found not guilty of criminal negligent homicide issue in the Subway chokehold case. On Friday, the count of manslaughter was dismissed. This comes nearly a week after the jury began deliberations. They began deliberating the second count on Monday morning. Applause reportedly broke out from the Penny side of the courtroom Monday morning as the verdict was read. For Inner City Press, while Neely's side said it's a small world, buddy, and it's a racist country, the defense had moved for a mistrial Monday morning after protests were heard from outside the building. Protesters were chanting, Daniel Penny, Subway Strangler. And if you don't get no justice, they don't get no peace, which was captured on Penny's lawyer's cell phone. The judge denied the request. Jerk. Penny was charged with second-degree manslaughter and negligent homicide in the death of Jordan Neely. The manslaughter charge, however, was dismissed as the jury's remained deadlocked on the count. The jury has returned 2 notes on Friday declaring that they were unable to reach a unanimous verdict on the count. Judge Maxwell Willie told the jury to go back and continue deliberations after the first note. And after the second note, the prosecution requested to dismiss the manslaughter count, which Willie granted. In 2023, Penny and others restrained Neely on an uptown F train, with Penny placing him in a chokehold after Neely began allegedly threatening people on the train. Neely was pronounced dead at the hospital, with the death being ruled a homicide by neck compression. Well, apparently not the case. During Monday's closing argument, defense attorney Stephen Reiser told jurors to imagine themselves on the train with Neely getting on, filled with rage and not afraid of any consequences. An NBC reporter reported, "You're sitting much as you are now in this tight, confined space. You have very little room to move and none to run." Says Danny acted to save these people, he added. Reiser also said that Danny would not foreseen a sickening death, so he is not guilty. In closing arguments that continue into Tuesday, Manhattan prosecutor Daphne Yurnan, and I don't care how it's pronounced, told the jury that Penny doesn't recognize that Jordan Neely was a person and that he saw him as a person that needed to be eliminated, per Fox News. That's probably where she lost the jury, right there. She said that Penny was so reckless with Neely's life because he didn't seem to recognize his humanity, and replayed videos of Penny police interrogation in which he referred to Neely as a crackhead. I would have said the same thing too. Sorry. And said, you know, these guys, they push people in front of trains and stuff. What's been happening in the subway system? Crime is so bad. You had people being pushed. Michelle Gold was pushed in front of a train and killed in Times Square. You have people continue to be assaulted on the subway. You have people to continue being robbed on the subway. Crime's at an all-time high. People don't want to come on the subway. That's why they're doing the congested pricing. Uran said, "We all spoken dismissively about people like Jordan Neely. Maybe we too had lumped them all together like this, but the context is very telling here. When the defense is talking like this about Mr. Neely, he knows he's very likely he had killed him. Can you imagine a reasonable person speaking like this about a human being that he or she just killed?" Well, I saw the video too, but guess what? Police didn't tell him that not only Jordan Neely died when they did the interview. They will held that from him. Defense expert Dr. Satish Churdom testified during the trial that he believed Neely had died from a combination of a K2, which is synthetic marijuana, his sickle cell genetic disorder, psychosis, as well as extortion from the struggle. Body cam footage from New York Police Department officials show that Neely still had a pulse when the first responder arrived at the scene. Officers testified at the trial they did not want to get Neely mouth-to-mouth over concerns about contracting herpes. Neely was a drug user, but they had other ways of reviving him. So and you don't need to use mouth-to-mouth anymore. I don't know why they did that. A 911 call was placed during the trial in which 18-year-old Marina Sanchez was heard asking the dispatcher to send police and an ambulance because someone said was trying to attack passengers. She said he was trying to attack everybody, describing the attacker as black and adding that there was one white man holding him down, holding the homeless guy. Should have been 3. Sanchez testified in court. Penny put his hands around Neely's neck and then dropped them like he wouldn't attack anyone else. Sanchez's friend, Evita Rosario, testified she was so scared of Neely and that was only took video of May 2023 incident with her phone showing Penny holding Neely on the floor. Witnesses, Jason Schumer, testified that she thought she was going to die after listening to Neely's satanic rant and that Neely had a visible soiled sweatpants and said, "I don't care if I die, kill me, lock me up." Unfortunately, Neely Jordan got his wish. Joseph Carboller, a former Marine sergeant who served along Penny, initially suggested during the testimony that Penny had used a blood choke which placed pressure on the coronary artery, but later backtracked and said it could have been some kind of air choke instead. And that's it. But apparently the assistant DA, whoever it was that was doing this case, did a lousy job, and thank goodness that Daniel Penny is now set free. He still may be facing legal action by the family, but I doubt that they're going to get far. So that's what's happening now. Check your local news for more details. But like I said again, Daniel Penny was found not guilty by the jury on the second charge of negligent homicide. The first one, they were deadlocked. So Daniel Penny is now a free man. And we hope that these jokers who are making all these threats that we're going to disrupt the city if Daniel Penny is found not guilty, that they will face Christmas in a jail cell. If necessary, they should call the National Guard and shut them down before they shut the city down. And if Kathy Hochul doesn't do that, then maybe she should be looking for an employment somewhere else. So Sal Can saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. And by the way, this is a warning to criminals. Even if you have Allen Bragg's, don't mess with the public, because you're going to end up on the wrong side of history. That's all I can tell you.